Today is the 75th anniversary of the day that Russian soldiers marched in to the Auschwitz Holocaust camp in southern Poland and freed the people who had been held there by the Nazis. At that camp, at Auschwitz camp, there were approximately 1 million Jews who had been killed in the Holocaust, had already been killed, and others were liberated by the Russian troops. Today is also the International Holocaust Remembrance Day. And for the first five, I just want to say a couple of points about that. Some people think or comment that we talk about this a lot enough, we get it, the Holocaust was terrible. The thing is, the Holocaust happened in modern times. This isn't an ancient event. This is people still alive in the world today who survived the Holocaust. Really tender, wonderful stories. They actually, in addition to this just being this International Holocaust Remembrance Day, because it is also the 75th anniversary of the Russian troops liberating the Holocaust survivors, they actually had an event at what was the Auschwitz camp in southern Poland. People who lived in that camp as children, who survived the Holocaust, came for this event. One man, a grandfather from the UK, brought his granddaughter to show her where he was, what had happened to him in his life. Very eloquent stories, important stories told, very eloquent ceremonies held at Auschwitz, in the UK, in America. And I just want to plant this seed that we live in a very challenging time in America. We have a lot of tension in our country between competing groups. This is actually a great time to remind America that the Holocaust happened in what many would have described as advanced Western civilization. It took hold. Nazism took hold in Germany. People were swayable. People were manipulated. The German people were, whether out of fear, manipulation, self-preservation, whatever their reasons, the Holocaust went on in Germany right in front of the many German people who were not involved, who weren't the soldiers, they weren't the military, they were just regular German people. So I love to have this very special ceremony. I love that we have an international Holocaust reminder. I love that some of the members of the British royal family went to one of the ceremonies, I believe in Poland, made statements about their commitment in this generation, our time, our commitment to fight anti-Semitism, to expose anti-Semitism, to expose it for the evil that it is. Anti-Semitism, among the main conversations and points being made by Holocaust survivors and others honoring this Holocaust Remembrance Day, is that anti-Semitism is on the rise in America, in Western Europe, especially in the UK, but in Western Europe, and that we need to be alert to what happened when we didn't hold it in check. The idea of being anti-Semitic is as old as the Bible. It starts in Bible times with the surrounding groups who did not like the Jews because they claimed one God. They claimed for themselves they were going to follow the one God, surrounded by groups that believed in no God or pagan gods or other gods. Anti-Semitism is as old as the Bible, and it will always be vital and important to recognize that every generation must call it out. It's a little bit trendy in modern campuses. I view the BDS movement as simply anti-Semitic with a allegedly, non-racist or non-anti-Semitic goal. People talk about they want to punish, destroy, and end Israel. They want to punish them economically in all sorts of other ways. But I'm not anti-Semitic. I don't think you get to say that. I just don't think you get to say that. This is one of the examples. You have the Democrat Party in America humoring Representative Ilhan Omar, Democrat Muslim member of the U.S. Congress, who openly and repeatedly makes anti-Semitic remarks. The Democrat Party cannot even hold her accountable. In closing the first five, I want to say I just want to celebrate with the people who gathered at Auschwitz, gathered in the UK, gathered all over this world to remember the Holocaust, to remember that people got sucked up in anti-Semitism because they were manipulated by a government trying to turn their own people against the Jewish people. And it's a wonderful thing to have the world recognize it, to talk about it, to urge people to understand how it got started so it never happens again. Never again, greatest hashtag ever. And that, my friends, is today's First Five.